Hello guys and welcome to another episode of the What You Want channel. I finally pulled the trigger after a couple of years of thinking about this watch, and I purchased my first Maurice Lacroix, and you can see it already by the title, you can guess it, it's the Maurice Lacroix Aikon automatic in 42 millimeters with this blue Clou de Paris dial. So I already unboxed it. I just want to give you an impression and how the unboxing feeling is, because many of you are thinking about buying this piece and probably can't wait to get it. So you can see it, what you get. You get a pretty decent but nothing special box, some paper and kind of cloth, and here you have the box. It should look like wood, but it's more plastic, but it has the Maurice M, so actually nice detail here. Then you open the box and here you have it. I mean, this is where you're looking or watching this video to get a glimpse and my first impressions on this Maurice Lacroix Aikon. It is a very, very nice piece, I must admit, and I've thought about it a couple of years, and another video by Uptick Watch Reviews, a guy who really has watches from Rolex to Patek Philippe, made me actually pull the trigger, because this is a watch that stayed in his collection, and I thought if he has this watch in his very, very broad collection, I think I could add this to mine, because I really like the design of the watch. First of all, maybe a little bit of history on this piece, because the first thing people might argue about is, well, this is a knockoff of a Royal Oak. It has certainly similarities to it. It has this integrated bracelet, and nowadays, if you're talking about integrated bracelet, everybody comes with the Royal Oak, which was the first very iconic integrated bracelet type watch. There were others, but is the most iconic one. Then Gerald Genta, the designer, went to Patek and made the Nautilus, or designed the Nautilus, and he did also, I think, the IWC engineer, so many of these watches. But when we come to history of Maurice Lacroix, it was actually founded under the name Maurice Lacroix in 1975, but the roots actually date back way to earlier times, namely the Desco von Schultes company decided to launch a watch brand under the name Maurice Lacroix in 1975. It was a member of the board by the name Maurice Lacroix, but the Schultes company was founded already in 1889 in Zurich, and the company was since 1946, I guess, the link between Swiss brands and especially Far East Asia. And in the 1960s, the parent company of Maurice Lacroix purchased a watch assembly factory in Saint-Léger, and here they gained everything they needed to make great production watches. And Maurice Lacroix watches are known in the industry since 1975, and they are producing a variety of very nice watches, and I think the Aikon is probably the most successful one. First of all, the case, it's 42 millimeters in diameter, it's stainless steel, and the watch is water resistant to an impressive 200 meters. It has this see-through case back, this exhibition case back with nice finishing, some blued screws, some perlage and Geneva stripes. Also on the clasp you have these perlage, so the finishing of the watch in general is very, very nice. The strap is just a joy to wear, and the reflections of this bracelet are priceless. And the butterfly buckle, which is of course also in stainless steel, is very secure. It gives you the impression of wearing a bracelet more than actually a watch bracelet. And it has half links, so it's very easy to adjust. And it's the most comfortable watch with a steel butterfly clasp I've worn so far. With the Sin 903 that I sold recently, I couldn't get a nice fit, but with this one, no problem at all. The watch also has an easy change feature. Down here you can push these buttons. I mean, these are signed with the M logo as well, so nice attention to detail. You can push them together and change the strap. Of course, you will have to get straps made individually for you, or you buy the stock bracelets from Maurice Lacroix, but there are no like real third-party bracelets out there for this one. The movement is a Sellita movement. It's named Maurice Lacroix ML115, but it's a Sellita movement that you know from many different watches, so pretty reliable. The functions of this movement is you have a date. The vibrations are 28,800 vibrations per hour, so you have this smooth second-hand sweep. The power reserve is roughly 40 hours. It's rhodium-plated, the movement, and as I mentioned, the perlage and I think it's called colimaçon finish is actually pretty nice. The action of the movement, you have a screw-down crown, is not that bad actually. It's a Sellita. If you've wound a Sellita before, you know what I mean. It's screw down and nice attention to detail. You can really screw it down in a way that the M logo is really up, something even Rolex doesn't manage to achieve except for their precious metal watches. So let's come to the actually star of the show here. It is, of course, the dial. It is a blue sunbrushed Clou de Paris dial. So you have this little pyramid-shaped things here that really reflects the light and plays with the light and the shadows. It's just awesome. And it's not a very striking blue. It's more subdued. So it actually can sometimes always mistaken to be a black. But it's not in your face, so it will match other colors pretty well, I think. It has rhodium-plated white superluminova indices and also rhodium-plated, hence also with superluminova. The superluminova is just okay. It's not the biggest amount of superluminova because they're actually pretty thin, those indices, but it's good to read the watch in darkness during night. So today I'm wearing the Tudor Black Bay chronograph that's been discontinued recently, and it's also a big watch, and here you can see the 42 millimeters Maurice Lacroix doesn't wear bigger and especially is way thinner, where we have over 14 millimeters here. We have, I think, 12 millimeters on this side, so it's actually pretty slim, so it will fit under a cuff easily. So let me put it on my 7-inch wrist just to give you the impression. As I said, a detailed review will follow, but this is just my first impressions, and I must say I'm really happy with this watch. I've worn it for a couple of hours already, and I can tell you it's a joy to wear. It has some weight to it, but not too much, and it's very balanced on the wrist. So you never have the feeling that the watch head will jump on the outside of your wrist. It's just very, very comfortable to wear. And if you're in for a watch for around, let's say, 1,000 to 1,500 euros, this is where you can purchase this one. When you go gray market, this is definitely a watch to consider. Especially if you're looking for an integrated bracelet type of watch, it's just beautiful. One thing I almost missed is that it has not screws, but this pin system, and actually it's pretty easy to operate. If you're used to Seiko pin and color systems, this is actually way better to adjust and really secure. And as I said, with the half links, you get a lot of comfort and adjustability, which is just perfect for my 7-inch wrist. I can highly recommend this piece to you. So thank you very much for watching. If you like my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let my channel grow to enable me to give you even better content in future. See you on the next one.